Yeah. Look at this height. This is by far, I think this is the moment. This is the moment in the history of the Evil Within. This is the game-breaking glitch, guys. Holy. Hey everybody, hope you're well. Happy New Year, everyone. So I decided to make a dedicated 5 to 10 minutes long video for the launch glitch because people still keep asking me about the tutorial even though I explain it so many times in segmented runs and other form videos. So yeah, call this the 2026 tutorial for the glitch. And I will show it with controller cam later. First of all, this glitch is frame rate dependent, so it's easier to do at 60 FPS than on 30 FPS or consoles because you simply gain twice as much speed and or height. Because physics are frame rate dependent in this game because it's an id-Tech engine game, id-Tech 5 to be specific. So yeah, you're not here for the theory and the why and the how and the complex things. You're here to learn how to do this yourself. So I recommend you use this checkpoint here like I do, you know, the chapter 3 autosave. And a good spot to practice here, I would say, is this spot because you can get Zap into the corner and play around with several angles easily. So how does it work? You see there is a height transition. Think of the top of the box as a flat surface and the floor is a surface, and you have the corner. You see Sebastian gains height, loses height, gains height. And if you crouch here, you can even see this moment where Sebastian, you know, changes floor basically. And what you want to do is think of it as one motion. Pay attention to my input display. Again, I will do it with controller cam later. You want to hold crouch and move down, and at the moment of overlap, you want to flick the stick forward and let go of crouch. And again, see this one motion. Don't do tapping and stopping. Go back and forth and let go. If you do it at the right moment, he takes off. This is what you have to internalize, and then you can play around with different angles to gain more speed, height, you know. And once we squeeze in the weapon wheel, we expand the glitch by a lot. So if I do the weapon wheel as early as possible, I basically go to the moon. If I'm too early or too late, it doesn't work. You have to be at the exact overlap timing. And what is also mentioning or worth mentioning when it comes to the weapon wheel, I'm right now on casual difficulty, as you can see, and on Akumu difficulty the weapon wheel is different because it opens faster. I can show it later. And therefore you don't gain as much height, but you accelerate faster. But you don't gain as much height because the animation is just faster. Think of it in terms of a car. The Kumu weapon wheel is a car with better acceleration but less top speed. So yeah, and I think this is a good moment here now. We switch to controller cam. So we're back at the spot with controller cam this time. Here is my crouch button. By the way, I'm using the control type B. So I have aim and shoot on L1, R1 for the PlayStation guys, and sprint and crouch on the triggers. So again, hold crouch, see it as one motion. See if you, I hold my stick, you know. I keep holding crouch, and I don't like to do this tapping thing because I don't want Sebastian to stand still. And flick forward, you know, is this motion. I have to, you know, mirror the camera in my brain because I just look at it in OBS. This is what you have to do. This is what you have to learn in the moment of overlap. It's always the same when it comes to ledges, stairs, rocks on the floor, you name it. And again, you have to practice a lot. You have to develop a feeling for it, for the takeoff, for the height, for anything that comes with it. I can't take the practice away from you. You have to learn it. I have so many hours when it comes to launching. A 10-minute tutorial won't subsidize for that. You have to put in the practice if you really want to get good and do runs. I mean, if you just want to mess around with it, it's fine, you know. And what we're also going to do right now, I'm going to switch to 30 FPS. As you can see, my FPS changed to 30. And this simulates console port or, you know, really bad potato PC. And as you can see, suddenly my height is not that good anymore because, again, the physics are frame rate based in this game. But I can still gain huge heights with an early weapon wheel. Again, you have to develop the feeling for it. As early as you hit the weapon wheel on the moment of overlap, the more height, the more speed you gain. I also recommend on controller to learn to hold down the weapon wheel button. With controller type B, it's R3 or right stick button. Because on controller, if you hold and then let go, it auto closes. But if you just tap once, it stays open and you have to tap it again. So get comfortable with the holding to really, you know, get the most out of the weapon wheel. If you practice around with it, you instantly see what I mean. So yeah, if you have any further questions for it, please let me know. I will then add a Kumo and casual weapon wheel speed differences at the end of this video, comparison side-by-side view. So hope this clears things up. Again, this is the thing. I want to get it into cam real good. You have to learn this motion. This is the motion you have to learn. So let's switch back to 60 FPS for the PC players, basically. Hold the crouch. See, don't do this tap around thing. Things get progressively harder, as you can see. Then you get a sloppy get up. Here there's one back motion and then flick forward. It's a no, keep going back and then go forward. No pauses, no neutral position. Think of Sebastian as a spring. You toss him with the stick. It's always the same. At a ledge, at a moment of overlap, at a rock. And if you see yourself not getting it, it could be that your timing is just off, that you go out of crouch too late or too early. You know, you have to hit the forward and the let go of the crouch button, the R2 or the right trigger. It has to be one motion, it has to be in sync. So yeah, have fun practicing it. What I quickly want to mention here is the reason behind the weapon wheel speed difference on casual survival and Nightmare Kumo. It's a simple difficulty thing because, you know, the slowdown effect is just less on Nightmare Kumo compared to casual and survival, which just adds to the difficulty. You know, you have to be faster on crafting. Enemies simply don't get slowed down as much. Just like the game gives you less slowdown. the game just gets harder because you have less time to think or act inside the weapon wheel. So pay attention to the wind and the moths around the flame. Get a better angle here. This is the Akumu Slowdown. And if I shoot him and then go quickly into the menu, pay attention to his falling speed, how relatively fast he gets up. We can compare this later to the casual weapon wheel. We will actually do this. You see, there isn't that much of a slowdown. Picks up the weapon. Gonna switch to casual now. So yeah, now I'm on casual difficulty, same spot. And let's compare the moths around the flame again. And you can see how almost choppy or how stop motion the moths around the flame are compared to the Akumu. Pay attention to the fog, to the wind. There you can see the difference in slowdown. And again, I'm shooting the Haunted now. And you will see, because the fall down and the get up is scripted, so the difficulty doesn't play a role here until he gets up. See how choppy his fall animation is compared to Akumu. That's what I want you to understand, and that this is how it translates to the launches, because you have more slowdown on casual or less slowdown on Akumu. This affects your launch because you have more build up on casual, because you get more height per frame, more boost per frame compared to Akumu. I hope you understand what I mean. See how choppy his animation is. And how long it takes him to get up. You can heal 5 million times here if you want, to switch weapon 10 times if you want. This is the reason behind the speed difference. I hope it is crystal clear now. So yeah, I'm gonna link all the other videos I have related to the launch clip in the description below. I think this covers basically everything around the glitch. If you have further questions, feel free to ask them below the video in the comment section. So yeah, I hope you have a nice year of 2026, and thanks a lot for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.